There are different kinds of prophet. Prophet Owusu Bempah.
Hello family, welcome to Match Obido Original channel. Subscribe if this is your first time. I promise you will love this video. Watch to the end. Let me know what you think in the comment section. God forgive anyone who has spoken against the anointed of God. You can't destroy a man God has built and established. You may castigate, you may heap insults, but the man is chosen by God. Prophet Isaac Owusu Bempah. You know what they say, salt does not glorify itself. Listen to what this man of God has to say concerning Prophet Isaac Owusu Bempah.
It's Owusu Bempah.
Do you know the great Owusu Bempah?
Isaac Owusu Bempah.
Like Owusu Bempah.
Prophet Bempah, Owusu Bempah.
Prophet Isaac Owusu Bempah.
You know something? There are different kinds of prophet. Okay? There are prophets and there are prophets. There are prophets and the giftings God has given them. There are prophets that God has given them the capacity to know times and seasons. Let me tell you on authority, I stand before God. The only prophet when he speaks about something that I saw, and he speaks and speaks something different that I will come and change my mouth. It's Owusu Bempah. This country.
Yes, sir.
Because of something the Lord told me. I think I've told my sons before.
Yes, sir.
He's the only person. Because that guy, his lack of education is not making people take him serious. But that guy is a spirit. Look at your neighbor. Say, stop talking against that guy. Stop talking against that guy. One day I had a vision. They were opening doors for me. Say, I want to show you the people who are watchers. The gate men of Ghana. We talk about gate men. The gate men of Ghana. And there were only 4. And Owusu Bempah is one of them. I saw him. I said, hey, Eja, woha. In a vision. And then he laughed. I've not mentioned his name on the pulpit like this before. Yeah. Because what I see in the vision is what I tell you. Look at me. There are people God has appointed over people that when they speak, God honors them. So the writer of Hebrews said that the less is blessed of the greater. There are men and there are men. And let me warn people here. If there is anybody that talks against a man of God like Owusu Bempah, stop. That man is not an ordinary man. He's not an ordinary man. Men of God are divinity packaged in humanity. Anything God wants to do, he will use a man to show up in your life. Men are the houses God uses to bless us. What you call seasonal change is a man. All men are not the same. Don't think that the church is corporate environment. If you are MD there, when you come to the church, put your MD aside. It doesn't matter how long a pipe is connected to the main. The day it decides that it comes too big and it disconnects, the power cannot flow. A pastor can look at you and say you are blessed forever. You can't acquire that at Harvard. And today I declare you blessed. I declare your children blessed. After today you are advancing. Your business is advancing. Everything around your life is advancing. There are prophets and there are prophets. There are prophets and the giftings God has given them.
Man of God, I want you to know that your ministry has impacted many around the world, including myself sitting here. I remember many years ago, Prepper Assembly Hall days, I used to come around, you will be preaching and some of us will be singing. Not many years later, I met you again. We used to have this teachers breakfast meeting on KTI, and I remember me holding oil and you were prophesying. I remember in one of the meetings, there were about 400 teachers in the room. You prophesied to every one of them. And it was in that meeting that for the first time, you told me that, young man, the call of God is upon your life. So the first person that identified the calling of God of my life is Prophet Isaac Owusu Bempah. And I want the whole world to know that this is a genuine prophet called by God. I want to say thank you for standing strong in the prophetic. Thank you for being bold in the prophetic. Thank you for suffering all that you suffer. I believe that you have paid a major price as far as the prophetic ministry, not in Ghana, around the world is concerned. Because you are one of the men that stood so strong for Ghana to be recognized if I'm not afraid to say, the prophetic headquarters of Africa. And you are one of the major or main players bringing this honor. I want to wish you long life. I want to wish you more impactful ministry. I know because of the type of ministry you are doing and where you stand, you have to survive many arrows. And I tell people all the time, not because you are a bad person, but that mantle is a very strong mantle. And because of that, it attracts a lot of attack, insult. But man of God, keep strong. You don't know the number of people that your ministry has impacted. I want to say thank you very much. You have been a blessing to many around the world. You have been a blessing to me personally, and I've learned many things from you. God bless you. I pray that God continue to sustain you for many years to come. Your kind is very rare, and we thank God for your life. May the Lord bless your family. May the Lord bless your children, and may the Lord continue to increase you. As your days, so must your strength be. God bless you, sir. Reverend Isaac, Dr. Prophet Owusu Bempah. Many good days ahead of you. And may the Lord continue to lift you. And let the oil always be fresh. We wish you well. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord continue to use you in this end time. Reverend Dr. Isaac Owusu Bempah. God bless you, sir. And Jesus is Lord.
Look at your neighbor. Say, stop talking against
Prophet Bempah Owusu Bempah. I was speaking to one of the mightiest prophets, and he called me. I missed his call, so I called him back. And this is Prophet Bempah Owusu Bempah. He called me. I said, Daddy, how are you? He said, mighty man of God. I said, no, there's none mighty. You are the one. He says, no, the things I'm seeing God do with you, it is impossible unless God's hand is on you. So even fathers recognize what is inside of me. I know exactly what I have.
Look at your neighbor. Say, stop talking against
Prophet Bempah Owusu Bempah.
William Branham visited Ghana, and there were people that were serving as ushers. When he was leaving, he said, all of you, I give you my spirit. There is a man called Isaac Owusu Bempah. I don't know how many people know him. He's the greatest prophet alive right now, if I die. But he walked in a church, Bempah, and he says, you are not a human being. And the pastor was shocked. What is he talking about? He said, this man died years ago. His grave number is this in a place called this. He is not a human being. He took oil. When he poured oil, the man disappeared in front of everybody in the church. Do you know Prophet Victor Kusi-Boateng? He was imparted by him. He was his usher for years. And Bempah took his saliva and put it on his eyes. And he says, from today, you will do what I'm doing. Are you not here? How many knows a man called prophet called Prempeh? Prempeh was a street kid. And he was driving. Bempah was driving. And he stopped and he says, do you want a place to stay? He says, yes, says, get in my car. When he got to the house, he says, take my dog, put it in the house. He says, you'll be staying where my dog was staying. Your duty is to clean my car. Every day I want to see this car cleaned. And Prempeh stayed there, and he was promoted to a room, promoted to the main house. And right now Prempeh is one of the sharpest around the world that represents Ghana. Why? Branham birthed the prophetic in Ghana. And 90% of all pastors in Ghana are not pastors, are prophets. You know, here in America, all churches are bishops. In Ghana, it's prophets. Why? There is a spirit of Branham that was transferred to Owusu Bempah. Bempah prophesied, and he says, your son is alive. And the man changed his face. Says, your son is alive. Says, we looked for my child over years. We gave up. It's been 20 years. He said, leave the church right now. Your child is even closer. Go this way, turn this way, go to this house. It's written this number. You go into the basement. That's where they have tied your son. They took the police. They went to the house. They found the child in the basement. Isaac Owusu Bempah.
You know, there are prophets, but that man is a strange prophet. Prophet Isaac Owusu Bempah, he's a strange prophet. The class he's walking in, I don't know if there are many who walk in that class. One prophet
in Ghana you don't have to joke with. In any day, any time, anywhere, anyhow, it's Prophet Isaac Owusu Bempah. I'm telling you today. Let me leave it here. See, we are prophet and we are prophet. Among the prophet, he is the prophet. You might not like it. That is your own problem. But that's the truth I'm telling you. Me, I wasn't born again when I started hearing about Prophet Isaac Owusu Bempah. And I became born again and I was hearing about him. Now let me show you. Now, before the advent of social media and all these things, this man will not be on television. This man will not be on radio. This man will have conferences. They will not do posters and flyer and go there. Every day the place is full. Do you think that there's a man to joke with? When you don't have eyes, there are things you play with. But when you have eyes, there are people you respect, even if you don't like them. There are oil you honor, even if you don't like them. And one of them is Prophet Isaac Owusu Bempah. We can never talk about the prophetic in this nation without him. So he's on a different class. We have all the fathers who have come. Then yes, many have come, and the boys who have also come. So this nation is so blessed with men who can see, men who can hear. I can tell you some stories, so I will leave some of the stories here. Hey, there are prophets too.
The great prophet. Forget about these young people calling themselves prophets, having prophesying this. This is just a lie. It's young boys. Do you know the great Owusu Bempah? Very short like this. When we talk about people who started calling out names when in the prophetic, it is Owusu Bempah. The man looks like he has his own rules with God. He doesn't even prophesy to you. He will tell you, I give you 5 days. This enemy of yours will die. And will die in a fire, will die like this, like this, like this. He's not predicting, he's deciding. He got there when somebody was saying angel and this one and this one. These ones are using the demonic powers. I gave them the power. He went, he rose, he heard it. He went to the studio. And this guy in Ghana who is making noise, was making noise a few years back, was sitting in chair like this, speaking on radio. He said, now, if you gave this angel and this prophet you're talking about the power, I don't know them, I don't talk to them. Stand up. And if you stand up and you know it's a lie, you will die here. The men started begging on live radio, but I have no problem with you. I have not mentioned your name. He said, I know. But these people you just mentioned are also prophets. So now, stand up if you are telling the truth. But if you are lying, you will die here. And if you don't die, I'm a false prophet. You know the end of the story. He remained sitting. Now you tell me, what is that?
There are prophets and there are prophets.
Now, so I was getting my protocol to listen in when Prophet Owusu Bempah was talking about how said the reason why I became this good is when people fought me and I spoke words and I realized one by one they were perishing. Wow. I said, I don't want to do this.
As one making God is my witness. Now me otisura me dancing. Unim say, omo mu di matem, omo mu twa ntro to me so, omo mu kasetia me. Me nya ta mo mpa ye ntia obi ada. As one making God knows my heart. Some me bompa ya tia obi odi matem. Me nya sa tam no me ko me mpa bo doso. Omo me bompa mo no omo doso. Tie nya fe na me be spend time bompa ye. Say obi e di matem ti me bompa ya kese no. Ana me me kai brebi obi ya enkrofobia rofa. Me crash oil ha. Me nka secret bi njira mo. Me a me san ko share kukuam e withdraw ni nyina. Because the thing ya maybe a satisfaction no me ko withdraw. Me anka say me obi a minim de ha me. Me hu nipa mo bododo. Na I believe say enu sunti na ana enkrofobia me sa. Because of me wa homo bro. Minim dia na ha me obi ama dia se den opa me chono magya dia chem ti sa me dwene ho a me ntiase wo bon sa free me mu ko afọbọ sẹ menkae bọne ne kura nipa ne de ayɛ me te sɛ menim sɛdeɛ meteɛ menya nanka mente saa nanka would deal with some people pa but mentumi wonim sɛ obi sɔre tia me mete ne problem na san ha me. I'm telling you, God is my witness. Me boy na me enye me nkwan firi me nsam. Hwɛ, me hu me san no. Wobedi mechi, ene obi akontokwa. But wo bon se nipa no san me mobo. Me hu se nipa no kwa ho kyerɛ mu a. Enti amanfo opi omu ni mi o. Me bofu ntam no krani. Me ya quick tempered. But me bofu na tekwa ateko.
Now,
true.
It may surprise you to know that I've never spent any time, God be my witness, I've never spent any time in praying against people who deride me and insult me on social media or anywhere. I have a tall list of things to pray about and people to intercede for. So I don't have the time to pray against, there was a time that I got provoked and I pronounced certain curses against certain people who were insulting me and doing certain things. But when I started hearing the effect of what I did, I went back to my secret chambers and I prayed to God to reverse all the things I have said. Many people do not know me. I have so much compassion and I have so much mercy. When somebody offends me and I get angry, which in fact I am prone to getting angry and sometimes I'm quick-tempered, the moment I take the anger out of my heart, I don't even remember what anybody has done against me or to me. So many people do not know who I am made of. Sometimes I wish I were not so, or it were not so with me, but I cannot help it. That is the nature. God, that's how God has made me to be.
Imagine when a person changes their strategy,
yes,
based on the results that they produced against their enemy.
Yes, sir.
No. You are not getting what I'm saying. Imagine when you are now afraid to talk. Because if you talk, someone will die.
It will happen.
Some of your biggest problem why your enemies still talk is because you talk too much.